Hi folks, it's RC62, and I know there's probably a lot of wind noise in my helmet. I'm doing about 50 miles an hour. Bought myself a new windshield for the DN-01, and taking the bike out for a little bit of a test ride. I installed it New Year's Eve. Spent a couple of hours fighting with the bike, trying to get the cowling off. It's unbelievable how they design the cowling to fit onto these bikes, or this one specifically. Now that I know how it comes on and goes off, probably it'd only take me 30 minutes to an hour. But as it was, it took me about 3 hours to get the windshield installed. 2 hours of that was just trying to figure out how the hell to take the front cowling off. Took out every bolt, screw, and fastener that I could see, and still it didn't want to come off. I was yanking on it and twisting it and pushing it forward, backwards, and pulling it towards me, and it just would not come off of there. Turns out I was doing everything right, I just wasn't yanking hard enough. It kind of worried me a little bit because I was scared I was going to break the darn thing. Anyway, I'll get a front shot of that windscreen, but I don't know if you recall from my other videos, my original windscreen only comes to about right here. On this particular windscreen, it's up a little higher. The wind still comes over it and slams me right in the face, but at least I can see my gauges. I can see those very well now. Previously I had to duck down just to see my speed, and with this new windscreen it's very clear. I can see the it's up high enough, rather. I can see the speedometer as well as the tach, and so that's kind of nice. I do wish it would deflect a little more of the wind off me though. I was just going about 56 miles an hour down that last road, and it definitely was blasting me in the face. Anyway, that's that windscreen's from Magical Racing. I considered getting the GV, or is it Givi? I'm not sure how it's pronounced, G-I-V-I. They make a windscreen for the DN-01, but it's very specifically for the European version of the DN-01. The North American and Japanese version of the DN-01 do not have the little marker light down below the front of the windscreen. And for those folks that have a North American bike and purchase the Givi, there's a hole there where that light goes, and leaves a triangular space. So I'm kind of glad that I did not get the Givi windscreen. Anyway, this one's from Magical Racing, and it's got a nice iridium coating on it. They call it a super coat. It was a bit expensive. It was quite a bit more expensive than the Givi, but I think it looks pretty nice. And at least I can see my gauges now. I'll put some shots of the front of it up a little later, as soon as I can walk around the bike. Trying to go out onto the expressway here, and I bought an e-pass, which is a system that allows you to, oh boy, that truck is loud, to pay your tolls automatically. What's really funny is they make a little sticker for the e-pass system, but you can't use it on a motorcycle. You have to buy the big chunky thing, and I've got it sitting in my tank bag here, and I'm hoping that it will pay the toll for me. If not, I'll have to pull out some change from the bag. Yeah, this windscreen definitely throws the wind right up on my face. One of the other things I'm going to try to do here is demonstrate how the DN-01 works in its manual shift mode. Let me make sure I pay the toll here, and I'm going to kind of take off, and I'm going to hopefully hold my head down low enough to yeah, it worked. Good. Okay, here we go. was up to 70 miles an hour before I slowed down a little bit. Currently cruising at about 63. I can't tell you how nice it is to actually be able to see the gauges on this bike. I usually have to duck way down. The windshield does throw the wind right in my face though. So anyway, for anybody that doesn't think the DN-01 has a little get up and go, and honestly I wasn't on full throttle there at the beginning,